On a 41 personnes. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. Hello Miguel.
Hello, Ian. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
So we are today 44 for this meeting, so this webinar. So thank you to our two student representatives, so Miguel Velosa from Colombia, okay, and Paula Wiesel from Germany to attend the meeting. So perhaps you will have some question after the meeting. So after my presentation, I would like to introduce Capucine, with the Administrative Officer of Goals Master Program.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you.
So 3 new students join us now. So we would like to just to let you know all you need to know about Goals Erasmus Mundus Master Program. So we will have a short presentation first, and after, if you have any question, we can answer to your question for sure. If you have any question to a student representative, it will be the same. So with Miguel and Paula. So first of all, just in this first slide, you can see me. I was a little younger in this photography. So it was 2 years ago. So I'm Yann Carin, I'm my associate professor at the University of Lille, and I am the coordinator of this Governance Administration of Leisure and Sports International Master, so Erasmus Mundus Master Program. I have the chance to work with Angeline Nova, who is the head of the International Office for Health and Sports, and with Capucine, as I mentioned, as administrative project officer. So we, as you know, in this master program, we are 5 universities. So we have in each university a local coordinator. This is the case in University of Lisbon, Portugal, in University Michaelos Romanus University in Lithuania, with Vilmas in Jene. We have a local coordinator in Nicholas Copernicus University in Poland, Mateusz Tomanek, and Mathieu Vinan and Igor Pereshuda, local coordinators of LUNEX. So as you can see here, we had the chance to participate to the Olympic Games, Paris 2024, last July with all students, because you will see after that we had the chance to organize, and it will be the case if you are selected in this program, you will have the chance to participate to a summer school. And in each summer school, we organize some good and very, very interesting moments with students, with job conference and many, many, many other events. I will detail all this event after. Now you have to know that there is a mobility track. During your application, you need to mention in which professional track you would like to apply. So you have the choice between sports industry, professional profile 1, and the second one is leisure, sports, and event management. And if you are selected for the Goals Master Program, you will be selected for a professional track, and you cannot change, okay, the professional profile. So it means that you will join us at the beginning of September. We will leave a joint integration week. I will explain you after what does it mean. And after, you will have during the first semester, you will have different courses in university at the University of Lille. And after, you will join Lithuania if you are in the professional profile sport industry, or Poland if you are in the professional profile leisure and sports event management. At the end of the semester two, you will have the chance, as I mentioned before, to leave the summer school. At the end of the summer school, you will join the University of Lisbon or LUNEX, very specialized in digitalization and sport digitalization, or you will come back to Lille, depending on your professional track. During the semester four, you will have to do an internship of minimum of 500 hours of internship, and you will have to write and defend your master thesis. Okay? The most important thing for me and for all partners, university partners, is your job integration. So you will see that during this 2 years program, you will focus on your job integration. That's why we organize during the first semester some event with professional, and students have to be in contact with professional, and they have to organize some meeting with professional who are called job conference. During the summer school, you will have the chance to meet some professional too, and it will be the same during the semester four because you will have to do your internship. So it means that and it will be your responsibility to search your internship by yourself. Okay, so it's very, very important because sometimes some students said, oh, I would like to obtain an internship. Yes, if you want to obtain an internship, you have to search on it. Because after that, when you will go to the labor market, you will have to find by yourself your job. Okay, so it's very, very important to keep in mind this aspect about about the internship. And if you pass all exam, you will participate to the joint award ceremony and you will receive your diploma. So this is some pictures of students during different events. As I mentioned, we organize many joint events with students and with professors. As I already mentioned, we organize an integration week. So it's 5 days in Lille. We have some conference, some visits, some social and cultural event with students. During the first semester, there is also the visit of European Parliament because two professors are working. One professor is working with the European Parliament and with a European deputy. Okay. After that, you will have the chance to, as I mentioned before, to participate to the summer school. So we have some sports organization visits, sports event and activities, sports activities mainly. So this year, all students will join Olympi, okay, in Greece, and they will live good moments in Olympi and in Greece in general because we will organize other visit in Greece. There is some entrepreneurship seminar during the third semester. There is 6 guest lecturers who are every year invited for the 3 university to promote entrepreneurship in sports, and all students, second year students, participate last year, and it will be the case this year, to a job fair, the most important job fair in sports management, during 2 days in person, because we sign an agreement with I Work in Sports. I Work in Sport, it's a sport agency dedicated to recruitment in sports management and in sport in general in Europe. This is some example of guest lecturers. This is Guillaume Baudet, Professor Guillaume Baudet, Simon Chadwick, Katarzyna Biniaski, Yann Abdurazakou, Rui Biscaya. So some example of guest lecturers who have been invited in this program. And as you can see, we are very yes, we pay attention to mix academics and professional, not only academics, but academic and professional to allow you to develop your skills during your 2 years program. About curriculum, okay. Sorry, I will deactivate sound of students. So during your curriculum, you will obtain a European recognized master program. It means that for each semester, you will obtain 30 European credits. ECTS, it's European credit, 60 per year. You have to count a minimum of 3,000 hours of work. So it means that you will have to work a lot during all semesters. Okay, we define all skills in a documents. So it's what we call the learning outcome, and it corresponds to the French Sports Management Master Program. So you have the link here. We try to focus on students during each courses. So we try to define some pedagogical strategy, and we are very attentive to the cultural aspect, because you will work with other nationalities, other cultures. So it's very important to take into account that you will have to work with other cultures and other nationality. That's why during the first semester, you will have the chance to attend an intercultural management courses with one professional. This is the international accreditation. As I mentioned before, we obtained the European qualification standards for this master degree, this master degree, and this accreditation is valid until 2030, so it will be okay. There is an internal and external quality assessment. So we have an external evaluator for this program. It means that we are very focused every year to have student feedback, and with this feedback, all feedback, we try to improve some technical aspect or some administrative aspect or some social or psychological aspect to give chance to all students to be happy to live this experience during these 2 years. Okay, student distribution, as you can see here, for the first cohort, we welcomed 21 students from 16 nationalities. Second cohort, 22 students from 15 nationalities, and for a cohort in progress, 25 students, a new record from 21 nationalities. So this is a distribution of students all around the world. What are the fees for this program? So the fees are 8,000 euro per year for third countries, so non-European countries, and 4,000 euros per year for European countries, so European member. And if you are selected, perhaps you will have the chance, like Miguel and Paola, to obtain a scholarship from the European Union, because this program is co-funded by the European Union, of 1,400 euro per month during 24 months. So in the same cohort of students, you will have scholarship students and you will have self-funded student altogether. We provide some student support. So we have some specific office dedicated to help student for administrative office, for pedagogical issue, for health and sports, for facilities. So we have some library, we have some exercise room, we have some digital resource in all partners. So we try to provide our best to facilitate the life of all students during their 2 years program. About employability and job opportunities, this is the main job you will be able to become after this master program. So mega sport event project leader, entrepreneur in sport industry, communication marketing in an international federation, for example, communication and marketing and event in professional club, sports brand project leader, store manager, sports policy maker. I will give you 3 examples after this slide about job integration of graduated students. This is the case of an Indian student, so Pradyot. Pradyot worked for Decathlon. It's a French brand. It's designer and retailer brand in sports. So he worked for Decathlon in India before coming to this program, and he had the chance to live a lot of experience during his 2 years program. So debates, conference, study visit. It was the case in the professional clubs, the European Union. They organized some debates with some professional to have the chance to live some and to obtain some networking opportunity and study visit. And he obtained an internship and he participated as volunteer in many events, and he obtained an internship into the World Anti-Doping Agency, and now he works as a younger project officer at the International Sport and Culture Association. So if you want to be in contact with him, his first name is Pradyot and his name is Sharma, and you can find Pradyot on LinkedIn, so you can have some discussion with him. Thomas Vilas, it's a Brazilian student. He's now working as program coordinator. He had the chance to do a lot of events with live mode and sports UNESCO. He obtained an internship in UNESCO and in Global Sports Week in Paris, and he participated to the Olympic Games in Paris. And now he's program coordinator at UNU Sports Hub. And last example, but not the least, Koki. So Koki is working for a big world brand in communication for athletes, and so it's Octagon, and he is in charge of some account executive at Octagon in Japan. So he had a lot of experience during his master program and before his master program, and now, as I said, he came back in Japan to work as a account executive leader. So about the application, as perhaps you have already seen in the website, on the website, sorry, there is a deadline to apply. It's 16th of February, but if you want to apply also as self-funded students, you can apply until 20th of June. Okay. In January, so in mid of March, at the beginning of April, we have some interview with all of you, with all shortlisted students, applicants, and the final selection will be defined before the end of April, because we have to send to the European Union the list of scholarship students, and after you have the link if you haven't been in the on the website, the Goals website, and you have the chance to ask some question now. So feel free to ask any question you have about the Goals Master program. So let's go. The first person, it's always the same. So if you have any question,
Can I ask a question?
yes. Who are you?
Actually, I'm Hyunjin Lee from South Korea.
Okay.
Firstly, thank you for organizing this informative and wonderful seminar. My question is, I'd like to know about if there are opportunities to participate in a project with partner institutions or other sports organizations, effectively is on the website.
Please, could you please repeat your question because there is, I think you have a bad connection.
Oh, okay. I'd like to know about if there are opportunities to participate in a project with partner institutions or other sports organizations on your course master's program webpage. Like, yeah,
Yes.
during
Yes.
this semester.
Yes. So just to tell you that, as I mentioned before, in not all courses, but many courses, we mix academics and professional. So this is the case during the first semester, this is the case during the second and the third semester. Just to tell you, during the second semester, all students will attend to a sport event, okay? They will attend to some specific event in this region, so Lithuania or in Poland. During the third semester, if you go to Luxembourg, you will have the chance to participate some other event. If you come back to Lille, you will have the chance to participate to other events. So as soon as we'll receive, we will receive some some offer to be volunteer in some sports event or some meeting with professional, we will give you the chance to participate to this event.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, it's very important. For all partners, our main objective is your job integration. So that's why it's very important for us that you will be in link with professional during your 2 years program. Okay, that's very, very important for us. Okay, and perhaps Miguel and Paula, you can complete what I said, but during the first semester, all students need to organize a job conference, and in this job conference, they will discuss about the challenge, the skills to be developed with all professionals.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
from North Korea?
Yeah, I'm from South Korea.
Okay, South Korea. Okay.
Yeah, were there any South Korean students before then?
No, we haven't.
I want
Oh,
to be the
perhaps you will be
first.
the
Yeah.
first. I hope. Okay.
Thank you.
Alvaro?
Hi, everybody. Hello, Jan. First of all, thank you very much for the opportunity and the program. I think it's a dream scenario for many of us here. My main question is about job opportunities for non-European students. In my opinion, the ideal scenario out of this program is to keep working in Europe, which is one of the main markets for sports. But I see that the countries that we will be studying are not like English focused. Well, English is not the main language on the France, Portugal, Poland. So for the internship and other job opportunities after finishing the master's program, will goals facilitate opportunities in English-speaking countries?
So first of all courses are taught in English first, okay? Secondly, as you mentioned, the main, and as I mentioned before, the main objective is your job integration. But you have to know that if you want to apply for a job in France, in a sports organization in France, you need to learn French. Okay? You need to learn French before coming and eventually during your stay in France. Because in all federation, if you want to apply in a federation in Lausanne or in France, in Lausanne, so Switzerland, or in France for international federation, you need to speak French. Or in some federation, they can give you the opportunity for internship in English. Okay? But keep in mind that in all countries, you need to be focused on sports event organizers, some federation who are able to speak in English. Okay, that's very important. In the same times, you can do your internship everywhere. The only requirement is not to do your internship in a risky country. Okay, so if you want to do your internship in your home country, it's not an issue. Okay, and it's very important for you to perhaps come back with your master degree in your country to tell, I developed some European skills in sports management. European is very well known about sports management, and many sports organizations work in sports management. So you will have the chance to, yes, to come back to your country and to continue to develop perhaps sports organization in your home country. I don't know
Okay.
if I'm clear with you, but I don't want to lie you with, oh, you will obtain very easily an internship in France or in other country, because as you know, sometimes some students have to manage visa issue. If you want to work in some country, that is the case in Netherlands, for example, you need to obtain some sponsor who accept to pay for you in order to obtain the working visa. Okay, so be focused on that. Okay,
Okay.
Ayub.
Excuse me?
Yes, Ayub, you have a question.
Yes, yes. Thank you for your presentation and for all the information you are giving. So my question is regarding the people or students who doesn't have really background in sports. For example, I come from marketing background, and I'm currently working in as communication specialist in a foundation working for intercultural dialogue in the Euro-Mediterranean region. So when I'm involved in some European programs and so on, and all the experience that I have in sports are as volunteers. For example, in the FIFA World Cup in Qatar, in Mediterranean Games in Algeria. And as you know, like our region, the MENA region, for example, Middle East and North Africa, is evolving in this field of event management and event sport events, and it's becoming a hub for these events. So I got interested more in event management and sporting, especially sporting event management. I would like to know how students are, the criteria or how the students are being evaluated. If like someone who doesn't come from background of sport, how are we evaluated?
Okay, thank you for your question, an interesting question, Ayub. First of all, the first criteria is the academic background. If you have an academic background related to sports management, good. Business administration, good. Marketing, communication, tourism, hospitality management, it's the first criteria, or sports studies in general. Okay, and you will obtain, if you have an academic background from sports management, you obtain 20 points. If you are from business and administration, 50 points. Okay, and you will pass the cut. Okay, the cut for the first criteria, it's 12 points. Okay, so if you have an academic background that you mentioned in marketing, it's okay. It's business, so it's okay. First criteria. Second criteria, it's about your professional experience. Professional experience, it means that you had some experience in some event like volunteer. It's an experience, professional experience. If you have some internship in some participation to some mega event, it's an experience, professional experience. So this is the two first criteria. After that, we will check your motivation. We will check your ability to work with other students, and with all criteria, okay, you will obtain a mark, and with this mark, you will be or not in the short list of students who will be able to go to the second step interview. Okay, and you will be interviewed by two professors, okay, and they will check if you will be in the first part of the list of selected students. Okay, is it clear for you, Ayub?
Thanks. It's very clear. Yeah, thank
Okay,
you.
so you have to mention your experience during the World Cup. You have to mention all experience, and it's very important to have two referees, because they need to work, they will receive an email. They will have to upload a letter of recommendation for you. Okay, so please choose not your father, not your mother, but the sports event organizer, your sports leader, if they can do a letter of recommendation, and they could upload it into the platform, it will be nice. Okay?
Thank you.
So sorry, I see iPhone and a sign M. It's you. Yes.
Yeah, good evening, Jan, and everyone listening. I have mistaken with my nickname. My name is Vladimir, and I'm from Russia. Thank you for your presentation. My question is quite related to Ayub's one, but it's about a degree, because my bachelor's degree is not sport related. However, I have a wide range of professional experience, like volunteering, and I'm also a professional athlete from the national team. So my question is, should I still write about my degree in literal and linguistics in the tab where about the thesis and your undergraduate degree, or can I talk in with form about my initiatives within the university? Also, I have taken some interdisciplinary courses at the university and theoretical courses in different sports federations. So can I talk about them in the column about the university? That's the question.
You will have to mention and to prove your academic background. So you need to mention your bachelor degree, okay? And you will have to prove that you have a diploma. If you are in your third year or fourth years of bachelor degree, depending on your country, you can mention it, and you will have to provide it after the selection process and after your graduation. And after I advise you to mention all your experience in sports. Okay. So first of all, your academic background, and in the same time, your experience, your professional experience as volunteer and all experience. So it's very important because, as I mentioned, we have different criteria. And depending on each criteria, we will take into account, in some criteria, we will take into account your involvement in sport, your involvement in sport management, so all professional experience, sports experience you had before.
So can I describe in this column not only my main degree, but also some majors or interdisciplinary courses that are more related to the sports management and business administration, like for example?
As if you have some courses dedicated to sport business, sports management in your curriculum, you have to mention it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. And could I ask
Yes,
short second question? Yeah, it's about collaborations. Do you collaborate with organizations such as IOC and FIS, International Ski and Snowboard Federation? So are there opportunities for internship based on them? Because in 2026 there will be an Winter Games in Italy, Cortina d'Ampezzo. So I'm quite interested of trying to mark myself there. So
Yeah, so we have some students have already signed this year an internship agreement with the International Federation of Ski. And one student signed an agreement with the Free Ride Ski Federation. And in the same times, I know that one student from the third cohort has already some contact with the International Federation of Ski. So yes, we will help you to develop your network, but we have some agreement with Decathlon, for example, with some companies or federation. And in the same times, all students during the first semester participate to the International Olympic Committee tournament. There is a specific tournament for sports governance with the IOC. So yes, we try to develop our network. We try to sign some agreement with some federations, some other sports or event organizer to develop your network. And in the same times with the job conference, you will be we would like to involve all students. So it's very important for us to give you the opportunity of ours to develop your network.
Thank you very much, Jan.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate it.
Thank you. Mariek?
Hi, you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear.
Yes. So I was thinking about the question about the scholarship. So how does that work, and are there any special requirements for getting it?
About the scholarship?
Yeah.
So if you are selected as scholarship student, you will receive a scholarship, a monthly scholarship, okay? So you will receive 1,400 euros per month during 24 months, okay? And if you are not selected as scholarship students, you will be considered as self-funded student, so you will have to pay registrant fees.
Okay, and how do you get the scholarship? Do you say when you enroll or when you sign up that you want to get the scholarship, or is there any requirement of getting it, or is it just random?
No. It's depending your ranking.
Okay.
So
I think Miguel wants to.
Yeah, and I
Yes.
can help with that as well. Maria Case. Hi everybody. I'm Miguel. I'm one of the student representatives with Paula here. In this case, I've taken on this question because I mean I was in your position, and at the moment you are registering and you're putting all your documents, they're asking you if you want to get the scholarship as well. When you are applying all your documents or your information, the universities, the five consortium, they take into account everything. They set a ranking, so that's how they figure it out who's getting the scholarship. As Jan mentioned before, Paul and I are scholarship holders, so it's a pretty good opportunity for everyone to be in this program and to enjoy everything that it has to offer.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Miguel. Anyone else for question? This is your time, huh? Claudia, as I can see, you practice cycling. Can you hear me, Claudia?
Yes, I practice cycling.
Yes, okay. So where do you come from?
I'm from Spain.
Spain, okay. So you participate to the Vuelta?
I would like to, but you have to be very good at it. I just race in national races here in Spain.
Okay. And in which professional profile you would like to apply if you apply to the Gold Master program?
I'm still thinking about it because I like, of course, the sports events, but I'm not really sure. I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Any other question? Because I can see in the chat we have.
Yes, but yes, five of you are. Which Who wants to who wants to ask first?
Can I add one more question? First of all, thank you for the webinar. I would like to ask you about the accommodation for international students. Does the program offer specific like a secure accommodation where we could provide, or do we have to find our own place?
So, Capucine, you would like to answer?
Yes. When you will register, well, I'm talking about the University of Lille because you will start your adventure at the University of Lille. You will be asked if you are if you want help, if you want a room in a student residence. So you will be asked, and we will try to help you and find you a room if you want to, if possible. And then the other universities have their own well, they all I think, Jan, do you
Yes,
agree
yes.
that
So,
all of the universities of the
yes,
consortium can
yes,
help you
yes.
in finding or will um, provide you a room?
Okay, appreciate it. Also, as well as a non-EU student, I would like to ask you about the visa process. How does the visa process like work? Do I have to get it in our own country, or if I'm already based in Europe, can I get it here? Is there any like a provider where I can follow?
Yes. So, I don't know if Capucine, you are able to answer, but if you are already in Europe, normally you have to apply and you don't have to come back to your home country. You can apply for that. And yes, we have, for specific question regarding the visa, we have Maison Internationale. This is the name of the international office at the University of Lille. And so they can provide you the process to obtain the visa. Okay, so Miguel, for example, how you did it?
I'm not European, as Jan mentioned before. I'm from Colombia, South America. So, in my case, I was in Colombia at the moment I had to apply for a visa. In my case, I live in the capital of my country. Bogota is the capital of Colombia. So I had to travel to Bogota, and it was a pretty easy process once you get accepted by the university, about the program. Because the good thing for us once you get accepted is that they recognize that this big program is accepting you to study in France and in the other countries. So it's a pretty easy process. In my case, I didn't have to pay actually for this kind of visa. So it will be easy for you guys to apply for it. As well, I had one of our colleagues, Marcus, he's from Guatemala and he was in Vienna, I think, at that moment. He had to apply, so he applied in the embassy of.
Could I ask what the name of the visa you applied? Because for example, if I actually want to study in the certain country, like it depends on the country where I'm going to stay. But since the program is kind of offering us to move around, even though we're using the EU visa, I want to know the name of the visa you applied.
Yeah, sure. Remember that. So the European Union is a whole. So
Okay.
first of all, you apply for the French visa. You will be having a French visa for the 2 years. Once they accept you, yeah, as someone is writing here, you can get either 3 months or 1 year visa. It doesn't change anything, just the fact that you have to validate it once you get into France. And after that period, after that year, you will get a residence permit. I haven't been there yet. This was our first semester, so it's a student visa for long-term staying in Europe.
But I might add that depending on the visa, if you get a 3 months visa or 6 months or 1 year, you will be able or not to go to visit another country while waiting for the resident permit. That's the thing.
Mhm.
So
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
Dirti, sorry.
Hi, this is Triti.
You
Thank you
from?
so much. Am I audible?
You from which country?
India.
India. Okay.
Yes.
I was in
Thank you
India.
for, yeah.
I was in
Okay.
India until Wednesday in Pune and in Mumbai.
Wow. If I would have known, I would have been there. Absolutely. I'm right now in Pune.
Okay. So
So,
what is your question?
I have a few questions. Uh, First of all, I would like to know a little more about the research opportunities that this program provides.
Yes, so about research. So during your master thesis, during your master program, you will have a master thesis. So you will have to do a research with an academic supervisor, and you will have to write your master thesis and defend your master thesis. And after that, in each university, you will have the possibility to apply for a PhD. And we have some other university in contact in which you can apply for a PhD. Okay, so it's possible after the master to apply, not to obtain, but to apply for a PhD program.
Is the program flexible, or can I work with the professors that are teaching me during the semester?
So what could you repeat your question, please?
During this program, can I work with the professors of the university on the
Yeah.
projects they're working
Yes,
on?
yes. If some project, if some professor have some project, research project, they perhaps they could ask to some student to work on this project. This is the case this year. I'm the coordinator of a European project regarding the socio-economic models of amateur sports club, and some students from the second cohort participate to this program. So you can ask to some professor if you have some opportunities about research. I'm motivated to do it. Okay?
Okay. I
Yeah.
have a few questions about the application, if that's okay.
Yes, okay.
Uh, do you recognize short-term online courses for the academic requirement? I have my bachelor's. I actually am doing my master's in public policy. But if I have done certain short-term courses in sports management, will that be okay? Will that be recognized?
It will be recognized. The only requirement is to have a bachelor degree. Okay? And after that, if you have some additional short-term courses, it's not an issue. Or you can mention it, and we will take into account these short-term courses. Okay?
What is the word range that you expect in the application, the motivation letter, or the questions related to the application? Is there a word range?
So as I mentioned, the first criteria is the academic background. The second criteria is the professional experience. We take into account if you are a sports athlete or
Yeah, I think it's more about the questions, right?
about the
Yeah.
question.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have a
Yeah.
word range. It's set on the, like, when you fill out the form, it will be said like 2,000 words or something. So you will have some advice for that. Sorry,
And
I was just.
last,
Yes, thank you,
okay,
Paula. I didn't
okay.
understand the question. Sorry.
Last question. The reference letter has a very concise box to write the reference for the person. So should it be handwritten or is it fine to be digitally written by the professor or the academic professional?
So yes, Capucine?
Yes, could you repeat?
I can maybe
Yeah.
answer. They have to
Mm,
upload it,
uh,
so they can do it handwritten, but they have to scan and then upload it. So they can do both,
that's
but
the
they just have
question.
to
Is that
scan it.
okay? Can they write on the paper and just upload it,
Yeah,
or they have to do
Yes.
it digitally
it's fine.
through
Like
some kind of
both is
laptop or
possible.
thing?
It
Very,
just has to be readable.
Yes, both, but yeah,
very, very
we-
important. You need the stamp, you need the signature of the people. So during your application, you will mention the referees. They will receive an email and the link to upload the letter. You cannot upload by yourself. This is a referee who
Yes.
upload it. So please check with the referees if they have done it.
yeah, and you should
Yeah.
use you must use the document that is provided. You cannot use a letter. Just
Yes. The
they just
Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for this conference.
Thank you, Ditri. Méline?
Yes, hi. Yeah, I'm Melanie. I'm from Belgium. I have also a few questions. So, first, it's about the application. So, like in the professional experience, you're asking like you're asking about like experience that are linked to sports management. But for instance, for the moment, I'm doing like a full-time board in a non-profit organization that is basically sending people abroad for internships or volunteering projects, and I'm doing the marketing. Is it still like relevant because it's like, I mean, it's non-sports related, but still like management related?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's relevant to mention it.
Okay. The next question is also about like in the academic background, you're asking about like which field of research do you want, yeah, which field of research would you like? For like the internships, do you want like a specific like problem, like research like a specific problem, or can we still like be unsure on like the research?
We ask this because during your master thesis, your master program, you will have to, as I mentioned, you will have to do
Yeah.
write a master thesis. So it's very important to try to reflect on which topics you would like to work during your master program. Just to be able, mainly during the interview, there is a question. If you have to write a master thesis, what will be your topic? Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
So it means that you have to reflect on that before your application and before your interview, mainly before your interview.
And like if we choose to do a internship, so like is it like for instance like the master's thesis is linked to the internships and it's like because I know like in my like old bachelor like university, like the master internship thesis is like linked to a problem in the company we want to work.
Normally, it's better to do it, but
Okay.
not mandatory to do it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And
Normally, it's better because you will have access to the field, so it's better for you to obtain some interview if you are already in the field. Okay.
okay. And the next question is to the student representative. Can you like describe, for instance, a week or a day in the life of like a Go master student?
Good question.
Yeah, that's a pretty good question. I'm going to start with the first integration week. There was an opportunity for us to meet all the university's coordinators in somehow. We were there with John. We're there with professor from Lisboa, professor from Lunitz that is in Luxembourg, professors from Poland, Mateus as well. And once we get into our classes, so it depends pretty much in the week, but we'll have amazing professors, guys. I can guarantee you that we have amazing professors that can give you a lot of knowledge in their own fields. And in my opinion, it's a pretty special program in that in sports because you get a lot of perspectives. And for example, in this globalized world, so it's very important to have all that. And as well, you will have the opportunities since you are in the first semester, you're going to be in Lille. In my case, for example, and in most of the case of my colleagues, we had the chance to go to some events, not only Lille, that is a pretty sporty city, but in other cities in other countries. For example, we went to Belgium. I went in my case, I went to Paris two times at least. I don't know if we have some paddle or tennis enthusiasts here, but there was the Paris Major in Roland Garros, and then we have the Paris Masters in tennis. So that will be pretty much it, just to be aware of everything you're getting, all the information you're getting, and for sure enjoy the classes with some of the best professors. Hope I replied your question.
Your
You're
mic
mute
is
right
off.
now. You're mute right now, Aline.
Melin, we cannot hear you.
Yeah.
Sorry. Problem with online meetings. Like in the previous slides, you said it was like lecture based, also like case study based, but like yeah, like in general, was it more like do you have like a lot of different stuff or more lecture based? You open to discussions?
There's a lot. I mean, a lot of information, a lot of dynamics. For example, first class was with Sean Hamel, that is he gave us governance. That will be some of the things you will learn. We have a debate that we have to support one position and another. We have a debate. We had the chance as well to go to the European Parliament in Belgium. But yeah, and then we have other dynamics with the professors making presentations, doing some papers. And as well some creating our own companies, our own ideas, developing them. You will have, for example, Benjamin Horn he's the director of international marketing and communication for Decathlon. So, I mean, in my case, I have my own company of events in my country. So imagine what an opportunity for us is to have a person like him to see your project and to see, hey, you can go this way, you can go this path. So that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Mina?
Oui, bonjour. Hello, everyone. So, my question, I'm Mina. I'm from the Philippines, but I'm currently here in Lille
Okay.
So, my question would be, for the acceptance in this program, do you actually have, like, do you actually accept one or two per country, or is there like a quota with the acceptance of the students? Because I think someone told me they accept only one or two per country, but I'm not sure. Not that I'm being competitive, but I'm just curious about it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So you have to note that the European Union asked to all coordinator of this kind of master program not to exceed 10% of one nationalities in one cohort or in the whole program. So we receive a number of scholarship, and in this number of scholarship, we cannot exceed 10% of one nationalities. It means that for some nationalities, we cannot accept new students. And for other, it's possible because we don't have any applicants before. Okay, you understand what I mean? So for the whole program, for the whole period of this master program, we cannot exceed 10% of the total number of scholarship for one nationalities.
Okay.
One nationality, sorry.
Okay.
But In the same times, it's about scholarship. So if we have some students who apply as self-funded students, okay, we can welcome more than 10% for one nationalities. Okay, you understand?
Yes, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. And just my last question for the current students, is the 1,400 euro allowance enough, you think, for
Yeah, sure.
surviving?
Yeah, sure. For sure.
Okay.
I mean, you have pretty big benefits for being a student as well in Europe, as you may know. The accommodation costs in Lille and in Poland are pretty good prices, so that is more than enough for sure to not only for your daily expenses, but also for travel to go and see other events. So it's a pretty good.
Right.
I mean, of course, you need to manage it pretty well,
Right.
but yeah, it's a pretty good amount.
Okay, thanks, Mega. That would be it for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mina. So
Gulnas, I think
Yes.
yeah, you have a question, but we
Yes,
don't know.
we cannot read your name and your first
That's
name.
okay. That's okay. Thank you. I'm sorry for my name. I'm Gulnaz. Yes, as you said correctly, I'm from Russia, and my Zoom account was in Russian, so here it is. Thank you very much for this presentation and all the answers. It was really useful, and I have some answers, some questions. As I understand correctly from your answer, Jan, there are 2 rounds of our application. The first one is rating of our CV and motivation, and the second one is interview. And what has more influence in the general rate, or they're equally rated?
Oh, yes. So you have, so first step, it's about your written application. So we will, normally we will shortlisted around 80 students. Okay. Now 1,000 applications have been opened. Okay. 80 students we will be interviewed. Okay. And we count your mark for the first step with your mark of the second step. Okay. We do the average and you obtain your ranking. Okay. If you are on the top of the 25 students, you will be scholarship students. If you are less than this 25 top ranked students, you will be a self-funded student.
Okay, I see. Actually, I've applied the previous year and I was shortlisted and have an interview, but I've been held in the reserve list. And I remember that in my interview, was a question about international experience. And now I would like to ask, is it really essential to have international experience? And can we have it like inside our country, maybe online?
Yes, it's always valuable for you to show that you have already an international experience, because it means that you will be able to live far from your family. Okay. Short explanation, but sometimes some students are ready to go, but when they are abroad, sometimes it's difficult to live far from their family. So it's always valuable to have an international experience.
Okay, thank you very much for your answers. Thank you.
Thank you. So Ditrin and Enin, who's next? I don't know if there is another question.
Did you already ask?
So, can I go?
Yeah, I can as well.
Yeah.
Yes, Germina.
Yes, thank you for your presentation. From me as well, my name is Gina. I come from Lithuania and I have 2 questions to ask.
Yes.
So as I understood, the evaluation of the application and etc., it consists of 2 stages. It's the stage of application, and then second one is the motivational call. Now, I have a very strong professional background, but my academic background looks insufficient in this context. And for example, I will apply with what I have, and I have a bachelor's in political science and in public administration. And if during the call I will explain that both of my degrees are very much related on good governance, which is one of the key parts of any kind of industry management at the moment. Can I get additional points somehow on my initial application, so that afterwards, after that call, when you know the situation, for example, and you approve it, I can stand a bit higher on the list?
It depends, because if you do you have any experience in sports management?
Yes, 6 years of experience, generally in sports, 3 of them volunteering, 2 of working for a football federation.
Okay, so you have to mention it, okay, in your application. It's very important, because perhaps we will take into account this aspect of your professional experience more than your studies, okay, your academic background. So please mention it, okay, at the beginning of your application, because and you are in contact with Vilma Singene in MRU?
Yes, she also works for National Sports Agency, so more from that side, I'm in contact.
So
on
I
behalf of
advise
the
you,
organization.
I advise you to be in contact with Vilma. Perhaps she could help you to mention it into your application. If you have a strong contact and close contact with Vilma, it will be helpful. Okay? It's a short advice, but if you have a strong experience in sports management, it's very useful, because sometimes some students, and I understand, but sometimes some students have no academic background related to sports management, no professional experience in sports management, and they apply for this master program. How they can have the the skills to be part of this program, and what is their main motivation? My idea is this kind of student is searching first for the scholarship, not for the skills to be developed. Okay, that's why it's very, very important, and I'm sure that it's not the case for you. It's very important to mention it during your application.
Thank you. And then the second question is about the applicants. So you said that you have 100 spots open. It will be shortlisted afterwards to 25. And so far, could you compare the success rate? How many applicants you had per year? Did you fill, were all 100 slots filled in with the applications? Or it's...
So perhaps I did a mistake. We have already this year 1,000, more than 1,000 applications who have been opened. Okay, so it's the case every year we have more than 1,000, and from this 1,000 application, we shortlisted 80 shortlisted students. Interview, 25 students are selected as scholarship student, and after self-funded student.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, all is clear now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Germina, for your question. Dias?
Oh, sure. Thank you. Hi, my name is Jas. I'm from Kazakhstan. Actually, I already applied last year, but I got rejected, and I suppose it's because I didn't have any experience in the field. Currently, I work in the local ice hockey federation in Kazakhstan as a social media marketing specialist.
Yes.
I'd like to ask if it's like a relevant working experience, considered as
Yes.
a relevant.
Yes, it's very important to mention this experience in your application, because if you don't mention it, you will not obtain point for that. So it's very important to mention it. Okay?
Yeah, and considering my academic background, I studied communication media science in Hungary, and my thesis was sports related, particularly how football clubs deal with scandals, how they manage crisis in the digital era. Should I also mention this in my application?
Yes, for sure. You have to mention all your experience, your works related to sports management or in relation with sports management. It's very, very important. And communication, it's okay, huh? Bachelor in communication. And mainly if you have some professional experience in sports management, it's good. Huh? It's good.
Yeah, like
You will be ranking as all other students.
and about the duration of the experience, does it really matter? Because like I graduated like in July and I started working in August, so now it's like my 5th month.
Yes, it's enough. We take into account the age of students. Okay, if you are a young graduated student, it's not like if you have 30 years and you have 10 experience in sports management. It's not the same. So we take into account your age. Okay, when we apply. Yeah?
Okay, I think that's it on my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Diaz. Marcos.
Hello. First, thank you very much for this presentation. It was really helpful. And I have two main questions. The first one it's about the video that we need to do. Like, is there any specific requirements, or how much creative freedom do we have to make the video?
I think that Capucine mentioned on the website, it's 1 minute, 1 minute and a half.
1 minute 30, 2 minutes maximum.
Yes, 1 minute 32 seconds. Okay.
Okay, but it's more related about if there's like more about the creative freedom that we have. Like if
Yes, you are
it needs
you
to
are
be like really
you
formal
are free
or
to create your own video. Don't
okay.
take into account one thing. If your video is very relevant, it's
Show, show your personality.
yeah, show your personality, show your
Okay.
experience, show what you are able to do. And as you know, it's a communication exercise. Huh?
Okay, well, thank you. The next question is more about about some tips, or well, because I want to get prepared as much as I can for the interview. Is there like any tips or something to take on
Yes,
account?
yes, I have one. Be on time. Okay, very important. Last year we have some students were not on time, rejected. Okay. Secondly, show that you have some soft skills. So you are smiley, you are very involved in all sports organization. You are a volunteer. You practice sports. You love sports, and Miguel and Paula was in this case. Okay, were in this case. Sorry. So they were involved. They were smiley. They were. Yes, they show that they have a lot of experience as volunteer and it's match, okay? And it's very
Okay.
important for us to be sure, but we are not sure every time, but it's very important to be sure that you will be happy and you will be an involved student in this master program.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. And
yourself.
my last. Thank
Yes.
you. And my last question is about more about my IELTS exam. which is going to expire in a few weeks. So I'm a little bit afraid. But even though I have some international exchanges experience, so I was wondering if that's enough, or should I to retake the exam?
No, it's not. You don't need to have an international experience. Huh? You just have to show, as I mentioned before, you have to prove your bachelor degree after your graduation, and you have to. Yeah, it's not mandatory to have an international experience. Huh?
Okay. Well, thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
It's better, but it's not mandatory. Okay.
Thank you.
Aya?
Hello, so I'm Aya from Indonesia, and I wanted to ask that actually I already have master, and I just want to ask, will it affect my chance to get this? Because I really I got the master in business administration, and when I see this, it's related to event management, and my work's related to it. So I really want to get this degree so bad. I've been eyeing these goals for 2 years. So is it okay? I didn't see the requirement that said that no master. I mean, it's is it okay?
We will give more chance to people who don't have any master. I will
Okay.
be frank with you. If you have already a master, yes, we will take into account your application, but we give more chance or more priority to students who have a bachelor degree. Okay.
All right.
Can
Okay. And then
apply.
second question. So sorry, I have second question. So I saw Indonesia on the maps around your student distributions. And do you have goals, student union or something like that, so I can connect with Indonesian student who got this
Yes.
scholarships?
Yes, so I can, as you mentioned, yes, we have one student from Indonesia here. Okay,
Yes.
and if you send an email to Capucine, we can connect with these students. It's a second cohort student.
Okay, thank you so much.
Salman?
Good afternoon.
Good
It's a
afternoon.
privilege to attend this webinar. Thank you very much for this opportunity. My name is David Tanemola. I'm a graduate of marketing from Lagos, Nigeria. Currently, I work as a coach and a trainer at Rise Sports Club, a grassroots football academy in Lagos, Nigeria. I want to, and my questions are this. I have 3 questions. Is it compulsory for someone who studied marketing at the undergraduate level to hold a degree in sports studies before being considered for Go Erasmus Mundus scholarship?
No.
Or will a professional experience or certification from online courses, seminar, and webinar, or any other related sports administration and management suffice? Will it be okay? That's my first question.
Yes, so thank you for your question, David. So just to answer to you, you just need to prove that you have a bachelor degree. Okay?
All right.
And it could be in sports studies, in sports management, in business administration, in business in general. It's okay. In sports studies, it's okay.
Okay. My second question regarding the selection process. I'm just gonna leverage and buttress on Mina's contribution on the selection process. Is it a kind of preferential system for candidates from a specific country in certain years, or do candidates from all countries have equal chances of selection for each cohort?
Yes, they
Is
have.
merit?
You have equal chance in all cohorts, but as I mentioned, it's very important to take into account that in the work process of this master program,
Okay.
we have a short number of scholarship per nationalities. It
Okay.
means that if your nationality is in Nigerian,
Okay.
we will count how many Nigerians have been selected for the first cohort. Okay.
Okay.
We'll compare with the total number of scholarships. If it's already full, you
Okay.
will be able to come in this program as self-funded student, but not as scholarship student.
Okay.
Okay.
My third question now: how integral has been a researcher in sport administration and management is in succeeding in this program?
Oh, sorry, I don't understand.
I said, how integral, how important is it being a researcher in sport administration or sport management is to succeed in this scholarship program? How important is it?
Sport researcher?
Researcher in sports.
We have more professional students than researcher students.
Okay, that means internship will be very good.
Yes, you can do your internship in a research laboratory, and you can do your internship in a sports organization.
Okay. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm very grateful.
Thank you, David. Junaid.
Thank you, sir, for this informative presentation. Myself, Junaid Khan from Pakistan. Sir, I have applied twice for this master in goals, and I was shortlisted for interview for the both times. Last time I was placed in the reserve list. So my question is, sir, could you please provide information on the program's affiliation with the higher education departments of other countries, specifically Pakistan? Are there any collaboration, recognition, or accreditations?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Not yet, yes. Sorry, but we don't have any cooperation with some university in Pakistan. And as you know, we have already received a lot of students from Pakistan. So, as I mentioned before, we have from the European Union, we have limited scholarship for per nationality. So, and as we have already received some students from Pakistan and many students have already received a scholarship, it will be difficult to obtain a scholarship. I will be frank with you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Salman, you have a question? Your microphone is off, Salman. Yes.
Yeah. Hi, sir.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes, hello. We can hear you.
My name is Salman. I'm from Pakistan, and I have completed my bachelor's in sports sciences and physical education. And recently, I applied for this scholarship, but I don't think so. The reviewers, application reviewers checked my application because I have a strong sports background and a good experience. I'm currently affiliated with working with international organization. Like I'm affiliated with Special Olympics Pakistan. So my question is, are reviewers checking all applications, or it's depend on luck?
No. It's not depend on luck. We review all application. And but as I mentioned, Salman, as I mentioned to Junaid, We have already received a lot of applications from Pakistan. We have already selected a lot of Pakistani students, and all these Pakistani students receive a scholarship from the European Union. And as I mentioned, we have a limited number of scholarships, and we have already welcomed all scholarship students from Pakistan. So it means that if you apply, I advise you to apply as self-funded student, but it means that you will have to pay the fees to entrance in this master program.
All right.
Good.
So
But
this is because there is a lot of my friends in studying there, and that's why I asked this question, because they everyone encouraged me to apply for this, and I am disappointed from from
yes, I understand, but I won't be. I just want to be frank with you. We have a limited number of scholarships, so we cannot give more than we have. So, okay, we receive this from the European Union, so and the European Union obliged to not to give more than 10% to one nationalities. Okay.
So there is a specific seats for country-wise, like I'm from Pakistan. May I know there is specific seats for Pakistan students?
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. What you mean about SEALs?
I mean, is the number a specific number for a country-wise students who are going to apply for this
Yeah,
scholarship?
not about the application, but the number of students who will receive a scholarship.
Yeah. So
Okay.
is there not any specific number?
Oh, we have a number related to the total number of scholarships. So I cannot give you the number, the exact number now, but yes, we have an exact number. And as I mentioned, from Pakistan, last year we received the last
All right.
student with scholarship.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Salman.
Thank you.
Boniface. No. Ayub.
So thank you for giving me the chance to talk again. So following up your answer with the Salman, as I see in this map, there is no students coming from Algeria or let's say North Africa. So that means that I might have great chances in getting scholarship if I get accepted. So this was the first question. The second one, if I will apply as self-funded student, what does like the fees really include? Like as long as there will be traveling to other countries and moving to summer school, do we have to pay extra fees for the summer
Yes.
school, or how does it
So,
happen?
so first of all, yes, you have the chance to apply, and you have the chance perhaps to be selected. So it's not an issue for you. Secondly, you have to take into account that the registration fee just pay for academic courses. If you have to travel, if you have to find your accommodation, you will have to pay by yourself. Okay, so the best way is to count 600 euros per month additionally for accommodation, life, food, and beverage, and others activities. Okay, so you will have to pay additional cost for all activities and for your life in each country.
One more question. Are the Gold Master students allowed to work there during their
Yes,
studies?
yes, it's possible, but if you are scholarship students, it's mandatory to attend all courses. If it's not the case, we reduce the amount of scholarship.
Okay, I know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's okay. Rifatul, last question. No?
May I ask you a question?
Yes.
Because I can see the sports industry course as well as the leisure sports and events management. Do you have any information on the two detailed processes? Because as far as I can find online, I can't really find the differences. Like I can see the name of differences, but what courses are actually.
Yes, it's possible to obtain the detailed courses for each professional track. I think I will have to check on the website, but if you send me an email, you will see my email here. If you send me an email, I can provide you the courses, okay, for each semester. Sorry, it means between Univ and Lille, it means this sign.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, so
I have a question.
yes, Boniface.
Yeah, my name is Boniface Yoram, and I'm from Malawi, Southern Africa. Okay, my question is related to student support. So I would like to know how students are supported in managing the transition between different countries, like in cases of missing flights or being stopped at airports, because I have an experience on that. So how students are supported in these cases?
All students have to manage themselves their travel from one country to another country. It's very important to keep in mind. So in each country, you have a local coordinator. So the local coordinator will help you to not to obtain, but and give you some advice. But after that, you have to manage by yourself. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
It's very important. We don't provide all.
Okay.
Very important.
Can I have one more question?
You will have to pay.
Okay, as soon as you enroll me into the program, we can discuss that. My question is related to accommodation. I know a colleague of ours just asked it at the very beginning of the Q&A, and you said that renting is an option and as well spoke about the costs of living. But do the universities offer an option for a dorm room?
Yes, so you will have, so as Capucine mentioned, as soon as you will be selected, we will ask you if you want to apply for dormitory, student residence. If we have some available rooms, we will provide you the rooms and you will pay. In France, it's around 300 euros per month, okay, for student residents. And if you don't want, you will have to find by yourself your room. We have some agencies who are in link with the university, so we will provide you the link, but you will have to find it by yourself, or you can apply for student residence. Okay, but you are not. I will be frank with you. In France, you don't have any priority because you receive a scholarship. And as you know, some students have no scholarship, so they have the priority. But anyway, this is the case for Miguel and Paola, I think. They are in a residence, student residence close to the faculty, so it's
And they are scholarship holders.
and they have a scholarship too.
And they are at a residence, yes.
Okay, thank you. All is clear.
Okay. But we don't provide. I just want for you to retain this aspect. We will ask to the student residents a room for you, and after that they will reply if it's possible or not. If it's possible, it's okay. Let's go. Okay. If it's not possible, you will have to find by yourself. But there are some residents in Lille. There is a lot of possibility to find share apartments or something like that in Lille. Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry, I have an issue with my light. So, okay, so thank you everyone, and hope to read soon your application. Okay.
Looking forward.
Yes.
Before that, just to tell you, have a Merry Christmas and have a nice Happy New Year. Okay, and perhaps see you in 2025 in Lille in September.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Holidays.
Thank you very much.
In the New Year and Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Happy New Year. All the best.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Mr. Yari. Goodbye.